Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Shardscapes race. We have one of our level races, individual races. We don't get to do these a lot, honestly, but I'm excited to run this by. We had some emergency situations with a fair amount of the commentators, so and also like other things that are going on. Actually, I'm gonna write. I'm removing these for the sake of something I want to put in the title. So how's everybody in chat doing? We all feeling pretty excited to watch the Shardscapes race?
Seems like it.
Well, seems like everybody is, but just stay tuned as at the end of the stream we have a very special announcement to make as well. That
you guys in the stream?
Will be we're live.
Shit. Okay.
So I'm gonna start. So today we have Algirdas, Connor, Drongo Stash, IICat, Jaden VDH, Roby0990, and Crystalite. We'll start with everybody we have here. How are you feeling, Algirdas, about this race? I know you've played in the GD World Tournament before, but I don't think you've played in a match like this for yourself before, so
no.
Interesting. We kind of prioritize with most of the players. These are mainly from countries that did not make the GD World Tournament, or they didn't make the World Tournament themselves. Like, they didn't make the team because their roster is really hard to make. So that's why, interestingly about this match, every single person here is from a different country. So I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah. Do you feel better about this as you felt in the Euros, or not really? Agirdas.
Oh man, I think I'm just gonna lag out at the drop and not do that well, honestly.
All right. Well, how about you, Connor? How are you feeling to be in this event? Getting selected to play.
I feel good. I feel like I'm gonna be good at the drop, but not the pre-drop.
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna do really bad at the pre-drop.
How about you, Drongo Stash?
I'm super nervous. I'm probably gonna not do good, but before the stream started, I basically did it twice in a row.
Oh, wow.
So, maybe I'll do good, but the nerves.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
IICat, they've been kind of a star when it comes to the Argentine team, nearly willing their way into the World Tournament. It was honestly an impressive feat to take them as far as they did. Even though they made the quarters last year, their roster had a lot of roster cuts made going into this year. And so they were still one step away from returning to the World Tournament. But anyways, welcome IICat.
Hello. I'm very nervous too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty consistent, but I'm very nervous, so I don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
How about you, Jaden? I know you've kind of had a history with this level, right?
Yeah, I did. It was my first list demon. And
yeah.
I've realized by playing Shardscapes and now also Nullscapes that Robot might be my best game mode, so that might help me on the way. I've got it in the 60s 4 times back to back a bit ago, so I might expect a rebeat this tournament.
Well, we've seen Dutch players in general perform very well in GD World Tournament events this year, so we'll see if you can continue that.
Yeah.
Their country managed to qualify for their first GD World Tournament. We also have another player who comes from we'll get to later. But yeah. How about you, Roby? Representing probably I don't know if they're the smallest or Lithuania's smaller, but representing Croatia, we have Roby0990. How are you doing?
I honestly think I'm not that nervous, but I don't think I'll do that well. I don't know. I've rebeaten it multiple times, but I don't know. It all just depends on how it goes from 0.
And finally, we have our replacement for Lunar Spark, who was supposed to play. I believe that Crystallite went in and filled in for them with not as much time to practice the level, but still like a fair few days. So, how about you, Crystallite? You were able to. That's why like you're like the only player here that's like actually in the World Tournament, which like I mentioned that wouldn't be the case, but we needed somebody, so you're here now.
Yeah.
Even though you're playing like next week.
Yeah, I'm also playing next week. Hi everyone. I'm really I don't know. I wanted to play this race because Shardscapes. Well, I have a lot of of I don't know my experience with Shardscapes. I had to beat it. Well, the first time I completed, my clicks didn't record. I had to repeat it once, and Demolist rejected my record because the ultra low detail mode I used was was not accepted. And I had to repeat it for a third time for this tournament, and they accepted my record just for this tournament. So yeah.
Well, I think we are ready to get started, honestly. So the way this match will work, for those on stream, when you get to 24%, the players have decided that's about 25% of difficulty. Your percent that you get is the score that you get. So if you get 24%, you get 24 points. If you get to 45%, you would get times 1.5. Like, so that percent times that number. 66 as times 2. And a completion is times 2.5, which is just 250, since a completion is obviously 100%. So, anyways, players, I think we can go into the level and get started here. It'll be a 30-minute match, followed by a 5-minute halftime. After that, we will play another 30 minutes to decide the winner. All right, get ready. This. Where did my timer go?
Is everything good?
You wait.
What happened?
Yeah, I just had a situation with the timer. It just like
Oh.
stopped wanting to cooperate. But I can,
all right, don't worry.
I can fix it pretty easily.
Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, get ready to begin the level. Just make sure everybody here has a green dot. Looks like they all do. So we'll be beginning the match. In 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off. Got deafening happening.
All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
everybody is now deafened, and I got a message for some reason. Oh, yeah. So today we will be playing Shardscapes. Oh wait, I have to restart it. I forgot to enable CBF. I am so sorry.
Oh.
Everybody, undeafen everybody. Oh my God, Jaden's deafened. No.
Oh my
Weapon.
god.
No, we're stopping, but Jaden's deafened right now.
Okay.
Does
I can
anyone have them on
message
Steam?
them.
Yeah, you didn't click the CBF on button, Crystallite.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
When you
Yeah,
entered the
it-
panel, you didn't click on the CBF on.
Wait. Wait. I don't. I
Wait, so
understand.
I was deafened. Sorry, I just saw the.
Okay,
screen.
okay, good. We're
We're
restarting.
restarting real
We
quick.
need to restart because something happened with
Because CBF
the
is
CBF
allowed for this
enabled.
match, and it and it's wasn't.
Oh, that's right. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So I have to generate another code.
Yeah. Everybody has to
Alright,
join
alright.
with the new code.
So
Okay.
everyone leave the match real quick. I generate another one because yeah, CVF was allowed for this match.
But you have to use it.
No.
No, you don't have to use it, but
You don't have to use it, but you can
It was
use it. if
it
you
was
want.
decided by
Uh-huh.
unanimous like support.
Okay, so everyone leave the match in the Geometry Dash World Tournament mod. I will generate another code for everyone.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll just head to like a very short break time. Like this should take like only a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, break
Nice.
time to go.
That
Alright,
was
they're
fun.
really
really
fast,
fast.
so we're actually already getting started with this again. Anyways, we will be restarting. Oh, Cat also got these runs. Alright, delete. We will be restarting the match in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, now we have started for real this time.
Yep.
We have Star XV and myself on the commentary.
Hello, everyone. So, I do know a little bit about this level from a certain someone in Null that's been playing it for over a year.
Oh, it's been that long? Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
Anyways, Shardscapes is, for obviously those not in the know, it is an all-robot Extreme Demon, and the second hardest level of its type, the only one being harder being its sequel Nullscapes, which currently has not been beaten by anybody.
Yeah, so the qualifying
It's
24,
as we said.
it seems a little early, but of course, I've heard the pre-drop is
The pre-drop
not
is
really
pretty
the
difficult,
best.
but look at
Yeah.
Cat though here. Cat's going on our first,
Did they already get? They already got a 28.
they did.
Connor also got a 28. And Cat just had that drop attempt, so that is
I have
94
to
already
fix
for
that.
them.
Because the chat is bleeding into the stream. But yeah, it's a fairly low scoring start to the match, although with a level of this difficulty that should be expected. Right now, Crystallite, though, is really far into 55% here.
Cat's back at the drop as well.
This is true. So
They
far, it's been a
are-
great start. Will Crystallite be able to get... No, they will not get a completion to start the match. However, it's still quite the start for Crystallite taking the early lead.
Cat is at the third qualifying though. That is a 2 times bonus. Oh, that is. It's quite a far
It's
death.
so
and
hard to
that
see here because
puts
like
them
this,
above
it's so
208
white
points.
until you get like really far into the level. So everybody's like looks
Yeah.
like the same.
Well, anyways, now you can see Roby's at the drop as well, which is a second qualifying. And Crystallite as well.
Yeah, it's just
I see
true. You
some
can always tell
players-
like who's far based on who's in the black and who's in the white. I didn't realize this would be like that hard of a level to watch on stream because of that. But that's kind of like a funny thing when you have a level that only has 2 color schemes. Though Cat here, with already having the lead, is looking to get a pretty early pull ahead. If they can get past this part here, with the level ends at I believe 89, they get
Connor
75 on
dies
the
at
level.
44.
And Connor gets that run, which is going to be pretty important for all of them. Just need to
It is the drop, but it wasn't the second
Just like refresh it
qualifying.
quickly.
I'm not sure if that's on purpose.
No, it definitely wouldn't be. I wouldn't think so.
I'd assume it would just be whatever the first percent of the drop is, but not sure. Seeing some players at the first qualifying mark. Roby dies the first red orb of the drop. And Drongo Stash is there as well.
True, right? Yeah,
They
Drongo
pass it,
Stash is the
though.
only one in the black, but he just got 50. And that should put more points on the board. And it does. That puts Drongo Stash in a tie for third place, actually, with,
Yeah.
with Algierdus. That's kind of funny. Although, wait.
Oh, not quite for Jaden. There's
a couple.
we see two players.
There's a couple
No,
scoring
Cat. Okay,
errors
Cat
here.
is Cat
I had to
dies.
fix.
Roby
I had
also
to fix
dies.
the points. There you go. This is more accurate. As we can see here, yeah, it's still like really close between Algierdus and Drongo Stash, but Algierdus
30
does have a
point
slight
difference.
advantage.
Actually, Roby is slightly ahead of both of them, so
This is true.
that's third place for them. Seeing some players approaching second qualifying. Cat at that, not quite. Okay, I
But
can kind
Connor
of see
here,
why.
Connor's in the but gets 44, and yeah, this is
I
definitely a
can kind
level
of see
that
why.
is
Yeah.
going to be reliant on getting past the beginning a lot, just being able to put points on the board at all. And because of that, it kind of means a lot of it's determined on like how efficient you are with what you do with your black part attempts. And we got 48
Okay,
from
so I can
Roby
see
here.
I can see why it's at 45 because it's past like that first little past the first few clicks of the drop, which seems pretty
Yeah.
hard. Crystallite there. They passed that point, not quite exactly, but that's still second qualifying. Cat with a pretty big lead.
What about Jaden here? Jaden gets
see
to the
what
black
they-
part, and Kat is also at the black part, so we'll see what Jaden can do. Jaden dies at 45, which will put some points on the board for the Dutch player here. Right now, Cat is still kind of running away with this thing to start, though. And we'll see how long that will last for. A lot of times, that's in these level races, that has kind of been not a good sign for everybody
O'Connor
else when
gets
one
50.
player already
Algierdus
pulls
also gets
away
the death.
by that many points, as I believe there has never been a comeback like this before in the history of this competition. In the World Tournament, definitely there has been, but in level races, not really.
We're seeing an attempt from Cat though. Third
So, yeah,
qualifying.
another attempt. Could this be a completion? What about Crystallite though? Crystallite can't beat
They're a
it
bit
there, but what
behind.
about
Ooh,
Cat?
not quite.
Well, Cat dies right close to the end. That's like
Not
just about the ending.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like really close.
Connor there as well. 45. That's just about second qualifying. Now most of them, or no, all of them are back in the pre-drop. Crystallite with a far pre-drop death. It's been just about 8 minutes. Jaden and Roby at the drop.
This is
Roby
true.
with a
Yeah,
44.
Roby just died, but Jaden is still going. Gets 57 here. And yeah, so far this has kind of been a little bit more on the tense side, though. Cat
Seeing
is
the
getting kind of
constant-
close to the 1,000 point mark.
It's like we're seeing a constant flow of drop attempts. Connor and Drungastash were just there. And now Crystallite.
This is true here. We'll see what will happen, though. Roby is currently the furthest out of all the players. And if they want to potentially stage a comeback against Cat, they're going to want a really deep run here. But Roby right now could be delivering on that fact. It's 64%, though. Connor
64.
is currently now also pretty far into the
Drungastash got
level.
a 44.
Get a 44
Connor
run
got
from
past
Drungastash,
that
but
cone.
Connor's still going here. We'll see what Connor can get. If they get the first completion of the match.
It could. They have their first third qualifying attempt. 71.
71% run.
Jaden back at the drop. 44. Pretty common death, it seems.
Yeah, it's not exactly easy, though. If you look at the scores, Connor's kind of caught up a little bit to Cat, though. Cat is in the drop, though. But he was behind, like, far more than what he is right now. He's definitely glad that Cat just died there and not went even further into the level, as that would have been a problem. I'm gonna give a little bit of some player descriptions here, as I want to
Roby with a 64. Just missing third qualifying.
Apparently, Algirdas is actually more of a platformer player, from what I'm reading, which is very fascinating. You don't really
that
see.
is interesting.
You don't really see that a lot. There's a few other people who've like made like their name in the world tournament while being primarily a platformer player. I think the biggest example probably being Samamba in that case, making it like pretty far in the Open Cup tournament, also playing in the America's Cup. Apparently, Connor here was the third player to ever jump from Bloodbath to Zodiac. It's very interesting accomplishment to have. It must have taken a long time and been quite hard. Algirdas gets 44, but what about Connor? Connor also gets 44. And that click seems like it's giving everybody quite the hard time here.
Seeing Cat past it, and they've gone pretty far when they've gotten to this point.
This is true. Yeah, Cat's been taking the... Like, everybody's kind of been having like a lot of black attempts, but let's see. Can Cat get a completion? There's a triple click, gets past the triple click, heading to the ending here, and just about to be at the ending and does not beat it on that attempt.
Quite.
But Cat's lead is extended further.
They're at over 1,000 points now.
Yeah, they have been for a bit now.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I actually think it's going to be a bit higher if I
1,100.
If I manually refresh it, I think it's going to be like. Okay, no, it is still the same. But right now, nobody else even has gotten this. Nobody else has even gotten to 600 yet, and Cat's about to double all of them.
Drungastash is at 80. Oh, Death at 80.
That's rough. That could have changed a lot there, giving
and
250
and Cat
point boost
also
that they're
back at the
gonna want.
drop.
Though Drungastash is now 695, 563 points back, 457 points back at first. The only player within 2 completions of that first place spot.
Yeah, they are in second with that score. It's 4 people with a score of 500. Or in the 500s.
Right now, actually, Roby has like, let's see.
Just reading the chat. Yeah, Cat is really consistent. they're gonna be over 1300
Yo, Cat.
after this attempt.
Maybe this is no, it's not. Still not. We'll see if we even get a completion this match. On the last race we had, we only had one completion the whole match, and the person who completed it didn't even win.
That was the Shiketsu race, wasn't
Ketsu
it?
race, yes.
I thought more people beat it, but wasn't paying attention much.
It was just
I did
Timmy.
watch it though.
He had one
Trying to
completion.
stash with a
Roby right now is in the
54.
black part.
Death to the red orb. 44 orb. Oh, Geardis dies there as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate right there. Definitely want to see more than that when trying to
Crystallite
catch
passes
up.
it though with a 50.
Right now, Jaden and Connor are the furthest players, and Jaden is going to want to put some points on the board here as they have just gotten. Will they get...
It's also like they're the only one on full detail.
Jaden is? Yeah, actually, they might be.
I noticed when they get to the drop, it's a lot more detailed. Roby at the drop as well. They passed 44. Ooh, dies a little bit after. Cat with a 44 death. That's... haven't seen much of that. Just
Yeah,
extending their
definitely
lead.
not.
And everyone is back in the beginning, except Crystallite.
Crystallite being the furthest of all of them, with potentially a goal to be taking back that second place spot. They might get pretty close to doing that. 66 is, and they're at the third qualifying, so this is gonna be a pretty high scoring attempt for Crystallite, and a 71% run is going to leap Crystallite into third place by one
point.
over Connor. As we are getting decently close to entering, we are about halfway done with the first half of the match.
Cat and Roby at the drop. They passed. Okay, Roby with the death. Cat's still going though.
Yeah, Cat's still going, and it seems like if anybody gets a completion, Cat seems the most likely, as they just had the most chances.
Third
So Crystallite
qualifying.
is back in the drop. Cat does not get a completion.
Yeah, they get a 75. I can't imagine like playing this level for so long. Just me personally.
Yeah, I don't know. The hour thing was kind of a leftover from Rico, since I guess he thought it was a good idea. I never changed it. I don't know. I feel like an hour is kind of excessive. But maybe one day we'll shorten the length. But I don't know what the players would think about that.
I think it's pretty good length. Might depend, like, I'd say like maybe it would change or depend on the level. Seeing Crystallite, oh, I think that was a 70. Cat a little bit behind them.
71%.
71. So roughly the same spot. Cat up to 1800 now.
And Crystallite has gotten to the 1,000 point mark for themselves.
Yeah, so they did overtake Drongo Stash. Or they themselves are still in third? Yeah. Geared is back at the drop. Let's see what they have for this attempt. One of the furthest they've gotten so far, I'm pretty sure. That's 65.
There. Seems like it's
Actually,
not...
yeah, that misses the third qualifying just by a very small bit.
It's not the easiest level to get completions on. I hope we at least see one today, though. At 50 from Drongo's stash. See who is likeliest to get apart. Right now, Crystallite and Roby are both the furthest. So Crystallite just died. You'll see Roby could potentially put some points on the board.
Yeah, I'm kind of forgotten that qualifying's at 24, but it seems like most of them are pretty good enough for getting to the drop.
But look at Roby right now. Doesn't beat it though, unfortunately. Cat though is about to reach 60.
Possibly third qualifying.
67. Though Crystallite
overjumps that.
Kind of in the bottom right corner has been putting together a lot of the runs here.
Strong Stash with an updated score of 1,015. Yeah, 1,015. Still hold that third place spot.
Crystallite guys over there.
Roby though back.
So is Cat. Cat has reached 2,000 points.
64. That looks like a hard click.
At this rate, if Cat continues at their current pace, they can get 5,000 points.
That'd be insane.
So what about the
They've been
completion
playing very
chance
well.
though? Will Cat be able to get one here?
I'm not gonna say anything
No,
just in case.
86.
86. I think that is tied with their best.
Yeah, except they got one click further, I believe. They died on like the first green orb the last time. So, Cat now is about to reach 2,200 points. And a couple players have now started to reach 1,000 mark. Algiris and Drongo Stash have accomplished that feat. But it's now kind of getting rough as Cat is almost double the next place Crystallite.
You're not sure how the players are gonna catch up with that, but they can compete for the other spots below it. Crystallite getting pretty far in the 60s. Third qualifying attempt for them.
Yeah, this is true. Maybe Crystallite
They're the only
gets first
one
completion.
as far. Actually, Cat just getting to the drop. But we'll see. They're
No,
getting
84.
Whoa.
But that's a really solid run for Crystallite, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're definitely holding up the best out of everybody not named Cat.
See Roby with a 45. I feel like everyone's been playing like really well.
Yeah, lots of runs. It's a really hard level to finish off.
Yeah.
Because the ending is like pretty challenging. They got 54 from Drago here. And right now, Crystallite is entering
Just extending their third place lead.
And dies
Or third
relatively
place.
early. So we will have to see what happens.
Connor at that point now. I'm not seeing a lot of deaths of 44 anymore. Well, Geared is at a 48.
What about
They are
Connor?
in
Gets 67
place.
here. And that's gonna should launch Connor above Algirdas, right?
I think I already updated. That is the score they have. Yeah.
Okay, I guess it is. Stream's frozen.
Oh.
That's weird. Okay, it's fixed now.
Are they?
6 minutes left until halftime.
Roby with a 48, I think that was. Crystallite just got there. Cat dies in the 60s. Connor also at the drop. Just got a huge wave of drop attempts here. Both Connor and Crystallite roughly in the same spot. Crystallite with... I'm not sure if that was a third qualifying, but Connor also dies. That puts Connor above Algirdas and Drongostash, actually. So that puts them in third. They were in fifth, I believe. That attempt really changed it. Roby with a attempt here. I believe this could put them to 1,000. With a 64.
Oh, I just found out I just got my midterm back for one of my courses, and I found out that I did like well above average. In fact, I was actually only like a few points away from the highest
nice.
grade on the exam. So that's good to know.
That's good to hear.
It's stats, which is very fun to do. I like it personally, but I know a lot of people don't. But I don't know. I find it interesting. Although we'll see. As for the race here, we have a attempt here for Cat. We do in the drop here.
Reaching that 4-minute mark.
50%. Cat. And actually, Crystallite has kind of taken a little bit of their points back. They were down by I think over 1,000 at one point, right? Like, their death there. Unfortunate for them, but Connor is currently the furthest of all of them.
Yeah, saying they are in third place
Really
now.
far, actually. Will this be a completion? We'll see. Oh,
Roby
wait.
just got there.
Has
And that
gotten
is a completion.
Our first completion of the match belongs to Connor. And that's really important because that's going to just about put him in second place. It's like, it'll be like a little bit
Approaching
back.
that third qualifying. Could we see another one from them? Oh, shoot. Oh, okay.
I just manually refreshed it because I wanted to show up. But yeah, look, now they're only 13 points behind Crystallite.
No,
here.
Cat dies at 87.
Yeah, we could have had another one.
Yeah, Connor with that attempt puts them just below Crystallite. Except Crystallite just beat it.
Oh. Okay, we got another
I did
completion.
not. We weren't paying attention with that.
And now
but
the completions the players are starting to get hot right now. Though Ion Cat might want to watch out though, because that's gonna mean that they're actually like not as far apart from each other as they were. Gonna refresh the sheet again.
Yeah. Okay, so that does.
I guess it's still like about a 900 point deficit, but like, still. Good run here from Roby though is into the drop.
Under
we're
2
into
minutes
the final
now.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assign deafeners. What was it? I can I'll do top row, you do middle row, and then Elster can do bottom row.
All right, sure.
All right.
So, like, is it vertical or horizontal order, or just based off of number?
just the bottom 3 people for you.
Okay, sure. I'll take it.
Crystallite, the furthest of anyone. Conceal, a last minute grab for some more points. The players, not quite at their qualifying, but almost. They've seemed to gotten better.
We're about to enter the
as
final
match has
minute.
gone on. Jaden also with an attempt 54. Drongostash also had a drop death. Geardus with a 54 as well. So
But it's
some
nice
last
that
attempts here.
we already have more completions than the last race had, so and we haven't even reached halftime yet, so that's good to know. We got Crystallite. Can they get another one?
It would probably be their last attempt, but we'll see. Rowie at that point as well.
Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah. Let's see. Cat is Drongo's there too. 4 different people are on the
Get
drop.
everyone to the drop at the last second.
And Jaden's not far. Okay, well, Drongo just died, unfortunately. Though, look at Crystallite and Cat
okay.
and Roby. Here. 3, 2, 1.
And Jaden as
Roby
well.
died in time.
So that
this
is
will
done.
count. All right, Crystallite's done. Get Crystallite out.
No me la creo.
I got top row. Remember?
Wait, I'm done?
Yeah, Drongo's done.
Drongostash.
My last attempt was an 88.
I Cat's done. And then Algierdus. I'll get Algierdus.
My last attempt was an 88. Are you serious?
Stop. Wait. Jaden, was it?
Oh my
I think
god.
Jaden should be done playing.
I'm-
Yeah.
There we go.
Roby, what about?
Roby's done definitely by now, right? Like,
Okay.
Connor's done.
and
Connor, you're
Connor's
done?
done. Yep.
Okay, everyone's done.
I think that Roby, where'd Roby get that last attempt? Because it might have to cut it if it was beyond. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Anyways, the current scores are Algierdus 1,401.
They're at the drop.
Wait, this counts?
That's okay.
No, he's been on.
I'm not-
He's been on Devon the whole time.
Yeah, I've been on this.
Well, it's
whole
gonna
time.
score. It's gonna score it. So, like,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe my last attempt
So
was
this
an
Roby
88.
56 does not count, right? Yeah, no, definitely not. So I have to cut it.
Doesn't
Okay.
count. He was already on Devon by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was undeafened.
No, when
at,
you're
like,
undeafened, you
10%.
have to stop playing because it the
Okay.
mod does like count it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So basically, how this works is that you don't need to deafen yourselves. We do the deafening for you.
Mhm.
But as we said again,
Once you're on deafen, that means you're done.
we have what was it? Right now in 7th place is Jaden VDH with 1,011. In 6th place is Roby with 1,202. In 5th place is Rongo Stash with 1477. 3rd place is 5th place is Drongo, right? 4th place is Algierdus
Yeah.
with 1479. 3rd place is Connor with
Connor.
1,866. 2nd place is Crystallite with 2,085. And in 1st place right now is Cat with 3,014, despite 2nd and 3rd having a completion. Cat has yet to. However, they have been like far more consistent than anybody else today so far. So we will head into a 5-minute break time. And once we are out of that, we will be on to the next second half. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Shardscapes race. We now enter the second half of the match. So our scores will carry on. Everybody, head to the level select screen.
Okay. It should be 480 now.
All right, perfect. Again, and so we will be beginning the second half of this match. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we have begun the second round of this match.
Got one more half.
One more half to go.
Picking up. Let's see if the players have kept their consistency or even gotten better. And first attempt, we're seeing quite a few of them already going. Cat at the drop. Chrysolite died right before it. Cat at a 45. It's a good start. Oh, Gearda's at the drop as well. There's a death from them. Drongo stash in the settings. Okay. Not quite sure what that was, but hopefully they did whatever they had to. Roby and Cat at pretty much the same point. Cat with a death. Roby a 54. Just a little bit ahead of Cat on that attempt.
This is true. As we reach the second half, we'll have to see who ends up taking it, as a few players who have completed the level, and completions are worth a fair bit. So if some players can really put together a string of completions, mostly Crystallite, I would say, it could change the game.
Oh yeah, 3 people at the drop, and Crystallite
And
at
no,
the
does not
third
beat it there. Oh,
qualifying, not
Jaden's stream
quite.
just like force ended on me for some reason.
Roby and Drongo stash still going. Both are at third. Oh, not quite for Roby. Drongo stash.
Yeah, Drongo stash here. Will Drongo stash get a completion? He does.
That does, yeah.
It goes off the
The
corner
corner-
of the
Yeah, I
block,
saw
but
that.
still beats it. And so that means 3 people have beaten the level, none of which are the person who's actually winning the match.
So that's already a completion 3 minutes in. And that puts them in a pretty good spot to come back from Connor's points. Cat back at the draw, 48. And now everyone is back at the beginning. Cat still does have an over 1,000 point lead
This is true, yeah.
with the attempts that they've had so far. But we're seeing them getting a lot better. Everyone. Drongo back at the drop.
48.
And 48.
Yeah.
Connor's, if they could get another attempt here, they could get to 2,000. And it seems like they do. with this attempt, wherever they get. Roby is at the drop. Passed into the 50s. 54. Drongo and Connor back at that point too. Drongo to 44.
It's true. We'll see. Well, Crystallite's currently there. So they just died, though. Jaden has now entered
We're
the
getting
drop.
a bunch of drop attempts right now. There's like 5 of them that just got there, like back to back to back to back. About 5 minutes in, and
What
there's
about
been
Algirdas?
already a lot of action. Oh yeah, that is a third
Does not get up
qualifying.
there. %50 from Roby. So Jaden's stream has frozen for a bit, but it's running now.
Just over 5 minutes in.
Just through here, you can see we have right now the furthest player is Cat. They can get to the drop here and put together a solid attempt. They have now gotten to the drop. Got 45.
Past that red orb, but still enough for third or second qualifying. Roby, we'll see what they can do. See if they can cook something up. That is a third qualifying. They almost died. I guess a bunch of deaths is almost dying, but we'll see. They're in the 80s. Could this be a fourth? No, not quite. That's 87. That's tied with
That's
Cat's
unfortunate.
best.
That's like just about beating the level. It's really close. You know, nobody's quite far. It's like
Yeah, everyone's at the beginning.
everybody's sort of at the beginning, so we have a little bit of downtime here.
We're still seeing quite the battle between Algirdas and Drongostash.
Yeah, they just had like a very similar score like the whole time.
And Algirdas looking to bring him above Drongostash. That is, I couldn't quite tell
I
what
kind
that
of wish
was.
this was
but
for like the lead. That would be insane.
that is, yeah. That's enough to put them above Drongostash, I believe. Roby and Crystallite. Or Crystallite with a 45. Roby back at third qualifying though. Drongostash with a 40s. I couldn't quite tell what that was. 40 something.
And Roby gets a completion.
Yeah. Roby gets a completion that puts them pretty close to
Which
Drongostash.
then again, that's the
Algirdas.
4th person to get a completion, none of which are named Cat.
If the score could be up, or the scores could be updated, we could
Let's
see
just
how
see what
close they are
Cat
to.
gets. They get 71.
You could see any moment here if Algiers and Drongostash could get to 2000. Same with Roby after their completion. Crystallite the furthest. Trying to catch up to Cat, which is going to be quite difficult.
See if Crystal can get a second completion, though. It's not, but it's still a pretty solid run.
The third qualifying attempt. So yeah, Drongostash just about 2000. Now Gyarados as well gonna get to that point with that attempt. Connor at the drop.
I like
They're
the
actually
blue
pretty
fire
close
that
to
the robot
Crystallite.
has.
Oh yeah. Connor's actually pretty close to Crystallite.
Yeah, well, can Connor get a completion though? Is the question. You get
We'll see. Crystallite just got to the drop though, trying to fight
it's
back.
past that. That clicks pretty hard here. It's means like there's 3 green orbs coming up. That is going to be a challenge, and he gets 81, dies before that. Pretty nervy level to play in the tournament.
Crystallite though at third qualifying.
This is true. Yeah, Crystallite's going to put some points on the board.
Trying to hold that second place spot.
That might not have counted.
What do you mean?
Because I think they hit the restart keybind before they died.
Oh.
I have to look what that percentage was.
If so, okay.
But no,
Ruby
I get
Cat
no.
at
Well, technically that doesn't count.
pretty much
No,
the same spot.
because Rob Top doesn't count that as getting that percentage. So like,
Yeah, that really sucks. Agitas and Cat, Roby and Cat, they were really synced up quite, and they died at a similar spot.
you can
Agitas,
use the
though,
restart keybind, just don't do it before you die, because technically the game doesn't actually count that. Just wanted to tell him that.
Yeah.
No, he actually doesn't. Like if you're playing a level, you fall off the map and you press R, it's 0.
Well, that could help Connor here, as they are at the drop. 56.
I mean, even the restart keybind in Mega Hack back in the day, like, even that also counted it as 0.
You know, it just restarts the attempt, but doesn't count like where you were as like you dying, because like you didn't, unless you already did. But if you're still alive, then it wouldn't count it. Our geared is at the drop. That's, I think, a 40. No, they lived. It froze on a frame that I thought they were dead at. Cat also had a drop death. Crystallite still going on theirs. Oh, with a 58 death. Connor just about 100 points back from Crystallite. And the battle between Algirdas and Drongastash still holding up. Algirdas with about a 26 point lead, I believe. If I can do math. Crystallite with a drop death. I'll keep that second place. Cat's still pretty comfortably in the lead though. It would take a miracle for anyone to catch up to them, considering their consistency throughout this entire match, which we're seeing them back at the drop again. With a 56. Crystallite at that point. No one else seems to be close yet. And Crystallite is approaching a third qualifying, which they get. dies shortly after. And I was gonna say Drongo is at the drop now. Trying to catch back up to Algirdas, which they get a good enough attempt to. Cat again at the drop, but dies pretty fast. And we're seeing some players really showing their consistency. Crystalite at the drop once more. They get a death. Roby looking to boost their score a little bit. Jaden also at that point.
We have now reached the halfway point of the second half as well.
Jaden with a 48.
A little bit past, but
Drongo at the drop. Roby with a, what was that, 68. Just about their qualifying. As they try to catch up with the fourth place player. Crystalite has gotten a pretty big lead over Connor now, though. They were pretty close a few minutes ago. Roby at the drop once again. Crystalite as well, looking to reach 3,000 points. Cat has reached 4,000 a little bit ago. And they're still going. Crystalite at third qualifying. Could this be their second, I believe, completion?
it's not.
Ooh, not quite, almost. They're using the restart key like really fast. I couldn't tell what that was. Even looking back at the stream. Crystalite back at that point again. They've been pretty consistent. They should have 3,000 points. Yep, score just updated. Cat also at the drop. Looking to get their first completion. Seeing that they're in the lead, think that they would have a completion. That's 73 though. Still really good attempt. We're seeing some players, oh here it is in Drongo Stash, slowing down. Haven't seen much drop
This is
attempts from
true.
them, which is okay.
We're getting pretty
Just
close to
getting
the final 10
24s in
minutes,
there.
though.
Drongo Stash back at the drop again though. I think that was a 50. Crystalite and Cat as well.
It's crazy how Cat doesn't have a completion despite like having like 5
Yeah,
like attempts here.
they've gotten far like a ton, and those 3 like 80 plus attempts earlier. It's a 5-point lead for Drongo
Wait a
Stash
minute.
above Algirdas.
Have these points been off this whole time?
Cat just got a completion though, actually, as we are talking.
Wait.
Unless something messed up. If things are right though, that is still their first completion. So that's 5 completions in this match.
Oh,
Jaden though
it's
getting
because
pretty
these
far.
use the old points formula. No way, wait.
What's up? Is it? Should the points be different?
No,
'Cause
that
it's-
doesn't make sense, right? That can't be real.
If so, that would be pretty unfortunate to realize.
Right? F3, A8, A9, A10.
Seen some plays at the drop. Pretty quick deaths though. Yeah, it seems like there's a bit of an issue with the points. If they're Patrick's figuring that out. I'm not sure if is it being
Wanna make
changed
sure.
or are you just
Is that what it is? So
okay? Never mind.
H7 times 150. Oh no.
Oh gosh. Roby though, at 82, could they get another completion? I believe that is another completion.
I actually think Crystallite might be in the lead, like the whole time.
Actually,
Because both Roby and Crystallite were on the old points formula, so they've been getting like less points.
wait, only 2 people were on the old.
Everybody else's scores are fine.
No way. Well, now that makes it close between Cat and Crystallite. If that is the case, then these points are accurate. Roby is also, yeah.
That's not. It was a Google
thought that-
Sheets problem, not a. Why did this Google Sheet do that? Okay, I
thought
can't
Roby was
wait to
doing
be
really well. I was
like.
surprised. I was surprised
Just
they didn't have
checking
more
again.
points.
If I make this like. Yeah. That makes sense too, because Crystallite's been getting far like really often too, right? Like.
Yeah. I thought Roby was also doing a lot better than what the points said. But if some Crystallite has 5,000 points, Cat about 200, 300 behind. Roby is now in 3rd place as well. So now the players score from what you told them at the halftime mark.
Wait, no, that can't be right either, because it's. No, wait. Because they're saying that Crystallite's gotten past that number 101 times? That doesn't make sense. Let me just
I
see
don't even know if
this.
they played that many attempts. Actually, no, they could have definitely played that many attempts.
No, that's weird.
But definitely not gotten to that point that many times.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so the mod is working because it's calculating where the players are dying, but the Google Sheets is what actually calculates the points with the formulas and stuff for qualifying and the bonus qualifying points.
Wait, no, I could see why this is. So it's gonna be 45, but less than 66.
We're just about under 5 minutes now. And as Patrick fixes things up, you could.
Dude, yeah, that looks about right.
That makes it a lot closer for Cat and Crystallite. As Crystallite is in the lead, as already said. Cat trying to make a last minute push.
Wait, well, no, he gets 87.
Wait, who, Cat?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching. It's under 4 minutes now. Roby is at 60s. Not quite 60 exactly. That'd be kind of crazy if all of that just for Crystallite to actually win. Even though thinking that they were down like 1,000 points the whole time. But regardless, this has been a pretty good match. Geared is back at the drop. They are the furthest out of anyone. Trying to come back from... They're trying to overtake Drongo Stash. They've been close this whole time, and they've been going back and forth. So let's see, Crystallite still a roughly 300 point lead. It's gonna be tough as we approach the 2.5 minute mark for Cat to come back. Drongo Stash had to drop again. And Roby has reached 4,000 points. Cat and Drongo at the drop. Drongo Stash at third qualifying. A 70 attempt for them. That puts them over 3,000 points. We're under 2 minutes now. Cat approaching the ending. They are third qualifying. Could they get another completion? As long as they don't mess up this ending. That is a second completion for Cat. That could be huge. Actually, Crystallite is going though. So Cat gets 250 points. Crystallite dies, but that puts them a little bit further. Yeah, that's still quite a big lead for the time left. Connor gets a drop death. Let's see if Algirdas could get to 3,000 before the end. I think they will. Just about a minute left. So could get ready to undeafen. Some last attempts here. Crystallite back at the drop, looking to secure themselves as the victor of this race. Cat dies quickly at the drop.
There's
Just
no
like-
way. I can't believe this is actually going to happen, potentially.
It's about 15 seconds left.
Alright, same rows as before.
Yeah, I don't understand this time. It's the bottom horizontally, not vertically.
And okay, that is time.
Did Roby die on time?
I think so. Okay, Algierdus is now done.
Oh, he's done.
Okay, Algierdus.
Roby, you're done.
Okay.
Drongo and Cat at the drop looking to get their last attempts in. Drongo is done. Drongo, you're done. Cat. Ooh, Cat gets a pretty far death. Cat, you're done.
Oh, someone
Oh my
stream
God,
ended.
Somebody ended stream, dude.
No
What-
way.
Oh,
Who ended stream?
is Algierdus.
Somebody's done. I don't know who. Crystalite's done.
Connor.
Everybody
Connor's
is.
done.
Everybody is.
Everybody's done.
I'll have to look into that. But yeah, you don't want to end your stream
Okay.
like that, Algierdus.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, no.
that is I'm just gonna give a summary.
Jen, if you could stop playing.
I don't think the placements could change regardless, but in seventh
what
place
happened?
we have Jaden. In sixth place we have Algierdus. Fifth place Drongo Stash. Fourth place Connor. Third place Roby. Second place Cat, and the winner is Crystalite. So let me explain. Apparently, we were using an outdated formula on just your and Roby's scores. So in the
Oh.
first half, you two had like way less points than you should have.
Oh.
And I realized it because like it was like you kept getting like so far, you were like performing at the same level as Cat, but like somehow you were like losing by like 1,000. It didn't make any sense. So
Okay.
So actually, Crystalite has won the Shardscapes race.
What the? All right.
I'm gonna
What?
verify
Okay.
everything, like just to make sure, but like I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Holy shit.
Because it says
Okay.
it says here you had 1 completion, 22 runs at Pat 66 or later, 43 runs 45 or later, and 73 runs 24 or later. While Cat had 2 completions, 21 runs 66 or later, which is like 1 fewer, 40 runs 45 or later, which is 3 fewer, and then 65 runs 24. So what made the difference, honestly, is that Crystalite was much better at getting the 24 than Cat was. But like after 24, you two were like the same.
Okay.
So
Wait. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
so
What?
congratulations.
Yo, what the hell?
You have
Oh my God.
you have won the Shardscapes race. So I would like to bring somebody else on stream. I'm gonna have them join, and they are going to.
Win!
I'm gonna
Yes,
bring
I'm
somebody else
Yeah, GG.
on stream, and they are going to.
Felicidades, Gabriel.
They are going to say something to you.
Gracias, bro. Jugué re mal la
Bueno.
segunda.
No, yo también al inicio estaba jugando súper mal, pero.
All right.
Oh.
Nice fucking
Welcome
Kiba.
to the stream, Kiba.
Yo,
Everyone, how you going?
Just gonna-
I'm doing
Yo.
well.
Dang.
All of y'all did a fantastic job. Chrysolite, congratulations on winning.
Yo, thank you. I wasn't expecting that.
ICAP,
but-
very close second place. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. So, again, amazing job for all of you. We have something very special to show all of you guys. So, Patrick, are you ready?
It's been in the works for many months now. I haven't really been able to tell anybody for a while, but now is going to be the time that I am going to show all of you our special announcement.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What could this be?
James.
As you have all saw right there, that is GD Champions, and GD Champions is going to be a new Geode mod. It's not directly related to Globe or anything, though there are people who have worked on both of the projects. The idea here is that it is going to be a level race mod along with a consistency race mod. So in the future, a lot of the stuff that is done on the current GD World Tournament mod is going to be moved to the new Champions mod. Along with that, there will be tournaments, there will be competitions, there will be a ranked mode, I think probably just for level races. This will consist of both things from the GD Open Cup and the GD World Tournament. So first to beat the level wins, and whoever gets the certain amount of points also wins. Both like those two types of competition formats. There's also a lot planned for the future. We'll be able to have like tournaments that could last like a really short time, instead of having to like do all this setup. And maybe like some of the later rounds could be streamed. There's going to be like a whole there's going to be a lot to this mod, and we are very excited. Though I will say it is still in the relatively, while I had said it's been in the works for a while, it's still relatively in the early stages. We will share more updates in the future. However, I would say the mod isn't like super close to releasing. There's still a lot that needs to be done with that. Once it is out though, GD Champions should change the way a lot of people go at it. One of the things I've kind of found annoying is that a lot of people say that that Globed, I've always like mentioned like versus mode in chats before, and a lot of people would be like, who cares about versus mode now that Globed exists? And in reality, that's not really a fair point to make, because Globe doesn't actually have like a start and end point. Like it's just kind of like you join levels and you mess around with people. So like this is very much not Globed, right? Like it's its own thing, and is going to be focused on the competitive aspect of Geometry Dash. We hope you all look forward to this mod, and we will share more in the future. I'd like to thank all of you for showing up for this stream. Congratulations to the players for all doing very well in the Shardscapes race. Kiba, any last words? Also, Crystalite made the trailer.
Yeah, I made the trailer. That's why. I made it.
You knew the whole time.
Yes, he did. He has known about this the entire time.
Yeah, I know. I knew.
What a coincidence that Crystal like made the trailer and then won the dang thing.
Yeah, that's so fitting.
That's so funny. That's actually I didn't know I was gonna win, because I haven't practiced much, so because I was editing the video. That's why I haven't practiced much. Interesting.
Anyways, for the way we'll have it set is it will probably be in like we're still like, we haven't even have an alpha release that we should start to get the testing that, but it'll probably just start with just like regular old like casual matches and stuff, and then eventually we'll get the ranked ready. And so yeah, there's going to be a lot more to show. We will drop a full trailer eventually. There is no exact release date because a lot of it's just dependent on a lot of things. Like I swear, like even like in this development process, I've been spending many late nights on the the VCs with a lot of these with a lot of the dev team on this project, kind of been like overseeing a lot of it, and I'm very excited for this to be a thing. I hope everybody else is excited to play. And yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll drop the trailer. We'll drop a video of the trailer very shortly. And yeah, that's gonna be the Shardscapes race. Soon, probably like later today, I'm gonna start revealing more information about the GD World Tournament itself, because next weekend we will be having the main GD World Tournament with our group stage starting on Friday. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all next time.